right. Because you're getting a set of 8, and because you're getting all these really neat colors, 2 of the orange, 2 of the green, 2 of the blue, 2 of the original yellow, you can really use them all around the house and differentiate them. So maybe put the yellow in the garage, green for the vegetables, blue in the kitchen, orange for the bathroom, whatever you want, or to match your decor. But you've never seen a sponge like this.
You haven't.
Erin Krause did an incredible job of making something that is unlike any other kitchen sponge that you've experienced. And that's because it changes texture by just changing the temperature of the water. It's never going to smell. In fact, independently lab tested to not have that nasty odor for at least 2 months. It rinses clean and it's not going to scratch. Take a look at this. When I put the 10-pound weight on it, it's soft, it's compressible, just like an everyday sponge. Perfect for those everyday applications.
Right.
Washing dishes, picking up spilled messes. The one that I placed in the cold water, look at this. Rock hard, solid, and now you can use it as a kitchen scrubbing tool. And to demonstrate that, what I'm going to do is I actually turned on this glass top stove. I burned on gravy sauce. I burned on ketchup, mustard, and cheese, and then also burned on a non-stick coated pan.
I'm
Not loving the mustard, ketchup, and cheese. Yeah.
Glad I wasn't back here and you were burning that all on.
Now, what's amazing and important to remember, I'm using nothing but good old-fashioned H2O. Now, this was cold H2O.
Okay.
And that is what's turning Scrub Daddy hard and into a kitchen scrubber. But here's what's really important. A glass top stove is something you don't want to scratch. In fact, there's lots of surfaces around the house, your kitchen cabinets, your countertops, you don't want to scratch. The neat thing about Scrub Daddy, you're guaranteed, look at this, to not scratch the surface, even something as delicate as that glass stovetop. Now take a look at this. This is that burned on cheese, the mustard. You're right, it didn't smell too pleasant when I was burning it on and turning the stove on. But I really wanted to show you what would happen if it is truly burned on. And we didn't burn on just a ring, we burned on the entire area where you would be cooking. Now just like the gravy browning that burned on there, same here, we're taking it off, look at that, absolute perfection, and it's never going to scratch the surface. Now we're going to go to our non-stick coated pan. Something you definitely don't want to scratch. You paid a lot of money for these pots and pans so they don't stick, but we all know after a while, stuff does stick to them, and you're worried about what you're going to use. If you use a typical scouring pad, you know for sure you will definitely scratch it. The nice thing about Scrub Daddy, it's going to take off that burned on mess, but it's never going to scratch the surface.
Well, listen, we're busy on the phone lines. I want to let you know we just got more back in stock. Why is that important? Because we didn't have them, because people shop for them, people buy them. I will tell you, I've seen them at grocery stores, I've seen them at other stores in just one box.
Right.
And you should see the price that you would normally pay for one. When you get all 8 here, the price per scrub breaks down to $2.90. So it's an incredible value. Again, you're going to get the color coding system. So 2 orange, 2 green, 2 yellow, 2 blue, all individually boxed and ready to use.
Now, if you look at Scrub Daddy, with all that scrubbing that he did, it looks like something that you'd actually throw in the trash. But here's the really neat thing. This is an unbelievable material. So I'm just going to put him in the hot water. And this could be when you're doing your dishes. No matter what you do, if you put him in hot water, squeeze him out a little bit, or here's the really neat thing, he's dishwasher safe. So put him in the top rack of your dishwasher. He'll be fresh and sanitized every single time. But look at this. Just even in hot water, you saw how filthy dirty he was. Look at this. Bright, fresh and clean, back to brand new every single time. And independently lab tested to not smell for at least 2 months. I love that.
Well, I love that too. I'm always embarrassed to tell this story, but it's a true story. I got out a traditional kitchen sponge and, was wiping down the counter. And then I think I hugged Steve, kissed Steve. Somehow my hand got near his nose and he was like, why does your hand smell like that?
Then you have to wash your hands,
I know, and then I smelled my hand and it really did smell. And I was like, but I just got that out. I mean, it's one of those washable sponges, so it said it was brand new, but it holds the soap, the dish detergent in, and it does reek. That will never happen with Scrub Daddy. And I find that as I use them in the dishwasher, Christopher, they never start to break down.
Exactly.
I still have had mine now for 2 months.
For at least 2 months. That's been independent lab tested, no aesthetic change. That's what you're referring to.
Yes.
It doesn't break down. Here's the neat thing. It's about form and function. So that smiley mouth, as cute as it is, look what it's going to do. It's going to clean both sides of your serving spoons, your food, your knives that are in the peanut butter jar. Exactly right. And those 2 eye holes, perfect for your fingers. Rather than you holding on to the sponge, now the sponge is holding on to you. You can clean both the sides of something like this and the bottom at the same time, and even get in areas that maybe you typically couldn't get into.
Absolutely. So they can be soft when you use hot water. They stay scrubbing when they're in cold water.
Right.
You get 8 of them for $23. I will tell you, look and see what one usually costs. Here it breaks down to a price of less than $3 per sponge.
So Sean Killinger, host here, gave us this idea. She talked about the stickers on Hall wedding gifts, all
Yes.
right? Take a look at this. It's a nuisance because you have to use a chemical usually to take it off. Instead, put Scrub Daddy in cold water, and almost instantly, the scrubbing power of Scrub Daddy is going to take off the paper. But that's not the real problem. It's that sticky residue. Well, watch this again. Just cold water, no chemical, just plain old H2O. It not only took off the paper, but look at this, also the sticker, no residue, and most important, didn't scratch. So perfect for your china, for your countertops, for your cabinets. Whatever it is, you don't have to worry about them scratching.
Christopher, show us another demonstration, and then we'll go to the phones.
Sure. Okay, so ladies, the shoes, whether it's the hardwood floors or the tile, look at this. Scrub Daddy's doing an incredible job of actually working through and taking off all those nasty scuff marks, all right? Also, what I love is the fact that you can go to the salt that gets all over your shoes in the winter. Because remember, it's not going to scratch the leather, but it has the incredible ability of working through that salt so that you have a clean boot or a clean purse, but it's never going to scratch the surface.
This is another example of why I'm cutting off the word kitchen. This is just a clean up show. I mean, look at all the ways you can use it. Again, you get 8 of them, all individually boxed, $23.14. Denise is joining us. Hi, Denise. It's Amy and Christopher. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Good morning to both of you also.
Thank you. And I just realized you're in California, so it's probably more like good evening, right?
It should be good night, but I'm staying up to watch the show.
Oh, good. There's some great things in it, but we want your thoughts. Tell us what you think about Scrub Daddy.
Yes, please.
My husband and I both love him. He gets to do the dishes more often. And he doesn't. We've told everyone in our coffee group that we meet on Saturday, got to try Scrub Daddy. And we've made Scrub Daddy converts. They're all buying Scrub Daddy and telling us all the different things they've used them for. Just as you're showing now, the grill.
Yes.
So we like having the different colors because these are the ones for the grill. The blue ones go outside for the grill, and these are mine.
Yeah.
And I've learned that I can also use them as a skin buffer.
Oh, really?
An exfoliator.
Exfoliator.
Yeah, how about that?
Well, Denise, it's so funny. I know it's a sponge, but you're very much like me. I mean, when you find something that's not like a traditional sponge that does the job better, you do rave about it. And I always love that they never smell. Don't you love that?
Oh, yeah. And we like this. This set does have the lemon in it, doesn't it, as well?
No, this one does not have the lemon in it. It's just the traditional yellow. Then you get 2 of the green, 2 of the blue, and 2 of the orange. Now, Denise, have you ever tried to peel potatoes or carrots with Scrub Daddy?
I love it.
Yeah?
The green one goes under my sink. That's mine for doing the vegetables.
Right. Green for
It's
vegetables.
great.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, we're going to demonstrate right now, Denise. I don't know if you're by the TV still, but Christopher's using the Scrub Daddy and taking the skin right off of a potato without having to worry about that peeler that can cut us sometimes.
That's
or
right.
make a mess.
It's perfect.
It really is. Oh, well, Denise, I'm so glad we were able to speak to you tonight, and tell your husband we're glad he likes them too, and to keep up on the dishes.
There you
Thank
go.
you very much. You guys have a good evening.
Thank you, Denise.
Thanks,
We
Denise.
appreciate
Good
it.
morning to you, actually.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Aw. Well, there you go. So, again, Denise has the color coding system at home. They're doing the blue for the grill. I remember she said that. So you decide how you want to divvy them up, but don't go anywhere else and get them because it breaks down to be $2.90 a sponge. In fact, over 300 orders have been placed. And please don't forget, you do put them in the top rack of the dishwasher, and then they come back out like you've never used them before. They have a 2-month shelf life, we say, but I think I'm going on a little longer than 2 months, and I haven't had to throw any of mine away yet. All right, Christopher, I will see you throughout the morning. All right, I'm moving right into my next item. It's GP66, and you get 2 of them. It's a green miracle cleaner and degreaser system. In fact, it's been so popular that, again, we have to keep bringing more back in.